Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Green Zero back here with another Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath video commentary. That's right, I've got the whole day off today, and I really badly want to jump in and VOD some games. And we've got a sick game here for you today. Of course, R10 has been released, so you can expect nothing but R10 coming out for the next week. Again, I will be releasing a lot of videos, make sure they're staggered over the course of the week, just so you guys have a lot of content to see. So make sure you stay tuned to my channel, okay? There's going to be a lot of videos coming out this week, just like last week. But yeah, let's jump into this game. We're on Tiberium Resistance, which is a brand new map. We're going to do a whip around just before things get pretty dandy here. Apparently this one's an awesome one. The players have been Skyping me saying, oh my god, Green Zero. So we're going to see how this one goes. All random, so it's a completely random mirror. We have Crass17. I'm not sure if it's a Smurf, so I'm going to call you Crass. We got the Rockets. We have IamFTWNewb, which is Troublemaker. S2NZO. I think the next one is Kale, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm just going to call him the random guy. That's what you get for smurfing. You don't get credit, so that'll teach you. And Unleashed UA in this game here. So we're going to jump into this game here. Tiberium Resistance, we're going to do a whip around, so we're in the middle. I'm going to start from the top left-hand side, so we can see that Crass17 is up here as a Scrin faction. He's got 2 spikes here, and an Emp spike. There's no natural Tiberium field for him. He has to move across this river to this larger field down here, so just follow the radar map as well. There's a gap there as well. Again, if we move it down around here, we can see it goes across to his ally. And we're going to see over here, it's going to be S2NZO. He's dealt a GDI faction. And if we whip back around behind here, we're going to see it's going to be, we got the Rockets, I believe. No, it's going to be the random dude. He's got his drone ship here. What the hell, I'm just going to risk it and call him Kale. Okay, if it's not Kale, too bad. So let's jump down around here. You can see the map goes around. There's a Tiberium volcano with no blue tib in there. There's an expansion field for Kale there. There's an expansion field for S2NZO here, and again, it's a really big map. It is a really big map. There is actually a spike over here. You can see scouts are starting to duke it out. S2NZO has that spike. There's no other spikes there, mind you. And if we go down here, the whole thing is mirrored on the other side, so we can see that Unleashed UA has already made a move for that spike. He hasn't actually captured these spikes yet because obviously he'll lose his bonus unless he requires Silo. He's actually built some squads there. Obviously he's never played this map before. We have his ally over here. Is this going to be We Got the Rockets? No, it's IamFTWNewb, so We Got the Rockets is actually going to be the Scrin player over here. And of course the same thing is mirrored on this side here. There's a lot of pathways you can see just randomly all over the place, and fields out here. The whole thing is mirrored just from back to front. There's another blue volcano over here, not grown, just like the middle field. So there's 3 blue fields, and I'm really liking the design of this map. It's really well designed. There's plenty of tib to go around for the players to keep the game interesting. And of course the blue tib fields, these volcanoes actually work really well in multiplayer because you can't expand or build on them because of the ground. You have to leech them, and it opens up harassment opportunities for late game as well as leeching opportunities. And the middle here is well difficult to build down there, so again, of course, you're just going to be a sitting duck to units on the side that'll shoot down there. So we're going to concentrate on this game now. Crass is going for fast leg disintegrators because he's Traveler 59. Okay, he's going to be just focusing the ground there just so he can build them up. He has expanded down there. Unleashed is expanded as well. He's going for some bikes as well. He's taking this building just to get himself secured. Double ref is down for him now. Troublemaker has 2 buggies out. Not sure if he's got some bikes out somewhere. Let's see what Kale is doing. He's Reaper 17. We have S2NZO just ecoing as expected. He's already taken his expansion. So again, you guys are going to have to follow me on the radar because obviously it's a really big map. It's really going to be a little bit confusing just on the first time, especially when I was playing on it first time. Had to quickly whip around and see what was what. I probably will bring some footage from some FPV as well from my first game on this map and some other games as well. I actually got a heroic Reaper tripod. Even though it was GDI, I recaptured it and I just milked it to heroic, and I was like, oh man, that was insane. Battle markers breaking out everywhere. And that reminds me, something fancy is going to happen after about the first 5 to 7 minutes, a scripted event. And Unleashed UA taking down one of Kale's harvesters. Was he trying to get blue tib? That was pretty greedy if he was. I don't even think it was full, no Tiberium drop, which means he didn't even get to that field. He had to turn around, and Kale's in a little bit of trouble. Battle markers over here. It's just battle markers down here as well. Looks like, mass sell-off here from some units, but I don't think they're going to lose any harvesters. I don't believe he lost any harvesters. He may have lost one, but we didn't see. But again, there's battle markers breaking out all over the place here. Bikes are forced back. S2NZO helping Kale there with those tower drops, and Unleashed is going to back off. So yeah, both sides trying to take a swing at each other, and Unleashed UA trying to go for some blue tibs straight away. Battle markers raging up here. I think it's just buggies. Yeah, one buggy getting cleaned up by the Predator tank. Towers getting sold off just for some early game defense. The Traveler player Crass17 over here. Did I get his name right? Yes. He is going to have the nerve center, and he's got the stasis chamber down again, which means he probably wants cultists Always useful, those cultists, and he's going to be up against bikes here. It looks like Troublemaker might want to pull these bikes back. Wow, I'm not sure if he realized that they're there, but they got shot up pretty hardcore, and he left his buggy as well, so he might be distracted. I'm not quite sure. Looks like he is going to be Blackhand, mind you. So Blackhand and Mock, as well as a Scrin faction, which I believe is going to be Scrin Vanilla. So Blackhand, Mock, and Scrin Vanilla versus Traveler 59, GDI Vanilla, and Reaper 17, so everyone is a different faction here. That's pretty nice, so 6 players, 6 different factions, unless of course I've screwed that up somehow. But looks like Kale is getting torn up at this blue tip field here, encountering some of Unleashed Spike Buggy here. And again, I'm going to try to pay attention. Obviously I'm going to miss some action just because there's so many players on the level here. Does steal a Gunwalker with those cultists, nice, but it moves his drone platform forward even more just so he gets better build radius. Not sure where the Harvester is going. It's probably on a rally point from the War Factory. Oh no, actually no, he's going for the blue tip field. Herpaderp. Beacons down here, dev tanks are coming out by we got the rockets. Again, always going to be a solid choice in this kind of engagement here. Unleashed has some bike buggy. Kale is really feeling it, isn't he? Oh, he does manage to snipe down that elite bike, so Unleashed accidentally leaving it behind. So Kale is really feeling it. He's really low tech. He's got tier 2, but he hasn't got much eco, and he's only got a handful of units here, so he needs to get cranking. He's definitely the weakest on this team at the moment, but again, he has been attacked more than the other guys, so that's fair enough. Unleashed UA, meanwhile, keeping the bike buggy up. These guys really pushing hard over here. And it looks like there's a crane build over here. That looks like it's Unleashed's crane. Oh no, it's going to be Troublemakers. You can't really see the blue too well on it. Battle Marker's raging down here again. There's a Mechapede out. And it looks like we got the rockets fast tech to mechas. And these dev tanks will take out that lightning spike. Double refinery down as well. Meanwhile, Krast has going for Seeker tanks. These Travelers, so they're not going to be particularly effective for very long, those Seeker tanks. They're more of just a bread and butter force. Just for the time being, they will of course become pretty obsolete in the late game. If he gets Shard launched, of course, would be nice if he really pushes it. Wow, S2Enzio. He's got a army rolling across the map, and I think we're about to see the scripted event. Yes, an Iron Storm is coming in, and this scared the crap out of me when it first happened. I was like, whoa, look at all the lightning spikes. Oh, geez, and the battle markers on the map just went crazy. Everyone is under attack here. Basically, the Iron Storm causes sporadic damage to pretty much everything on the map, and yeah, this is just going to be from the sporadic damage course here. It looks like Kale does actually have the force fields on his Seeker tanks, so they're going to be pretty beefy. S2Enzio is going to attack down here as well, and these mechas are getting stuck. They're getting stuck in the temporal wormhole. There's a lot of action going on here. Oh man, I'm going to try to capture it all if I can. It looks like harvesters are getting they're trying to kill the harvesters over here, but oh man, there's so much shooting going on here. And S2Enzio is moving his units across. That imp completely whiffed, and there's so much shooting going on here. It is pretty intense. Kale is getting chased away on the top right-hand side there, but S2Enzio is really bringing the force down here. He actually dug a lot of foxholes. So he's dug a lot of foxholes. The mechas are in here as well, and the mechas are not, it's not really where they want to be, and they're getting shot up pretty hard. Doesn't look like there's any more engagements going on, so S2Enzio really pushing in. He has a lot of foxholes to his name, and he is trying to focus down the infrastructure now. A lot of tanks here, and this is pretty intense. This is pretty intense by these guys here, and APM was done for S2Enzio. More Emp Blasts coming off. Unleash is trying to defend this out, and this is pretty insane. So pretty big engagement still going here. Emp Blast going off there for Unleashed. And again, the foxholes, he's just going to pull back to these foxholes, and he's got plenty of anti-infantry defense there from those foxholes as well. We got battle markers raging elsewhere. I'm not sure if I really want to jump away from this engagement. It's just going to be some units up there. Yeah, scouts fighting, nothing really important. Let's jump back to this engagement. And wow, that is pretty intense. And look at that, S2Enzio completely bails out of all these foxholes. I would have probably maybe just stood and fought there, because they're only rifleman squads, and he spent the money on the foxholes. He probably could have killed a fair bit of this infantry, but he is going to bail, and he's going to save those rifleman squads. So he does pull back, and he's still got a fair chunk of his army as well. So that was a really good push by S2Enzio, which is definitely going to be the powerhouse player on this team. And he's trying to get the blue tip. Of course, he couldn't actually build the refinery on the ground here. It's too rocky, so that's designed by Predator to prevent that kind of thing from happening. So he had to drop the ref way up here. Still a very nice placement. Devastator warships are out by Krast, and they're going to cause problems for the Black Hand infantry, of course. If they're getting shot up here, that's not something that you really want to see happening. He's going to pull back. He might want to get Traveler engines just because, again, it's going to be really good on this level to make the Devastators go so fast. He's got 4 Devastator warships rocking here, and Railguns just got finished as well by S2Enzio. He has APM and composite armor. He's really rocking the upgrades. Meanwhile, looks like tanks from Unleashed getting pushed back. Just one. There's Black Hand infantry here. EMP blasts come down, but here come the Devastator warships, and of course they are ridiculously powerful. Oh, EMP blast! Damn, all those Devastators just got completely destroyed. Traveler engines is done, mind you. He just got 4, at least 4, I think, just went down. It doesn't matter. There's mechas here from Kale. There's APM from S2Enzio, but that was a pretty big hit on their economy. Meanwhile, cultists are taking mechas and turning them on the team here, but they will get taken out. Storm Column here creating an Iron Storm, causing problems for the other team, of course. And yeah, wow. Team 1 over here now. I'm going to call the top team Team 1. doing pretty good. Looks like Kale is going to go for that blue Tiberium now. There's even a Viceroy there, little random unit. But of course, he has fully upgraded his, or not fully upgraded, but he has got shields. I wouldn't be surprised if he went for, I mean, he should be going for Force Field Generating Conversion Reserves, really, because Reaper Tripods on an open map like this are going to be sick good. And it looks like these guys are actually sharing Tib, so Troublemaker is actually trying to take that. Battle Marker down here. Looks like some Seeker Tanks with Shard Launchers, so Kras did get Shard Launchers. He's going to get 2 Harvester kills. That's nice work there. He might want to get out of there. Yeah, damage is done. No point trying to fight that tripod and getting killed. So that was nice there. Hexapod is running up here. A lot of cultists, but of course they can't mind control a Hexapod. And STNZ, you might want to watch out, buddy. That Harvester is going over there. Again, units from Kale moving up here now. And the tripods are closing. Oh, man. Oh, he teleports away. Teleports away. We got the rockets. Teleports away. That's a dangerous position. But these forces here aren't going to be able to get away. And there's planetary assault carriers out now. This is going to get crazy big fights here. This is a sick level. I'm really enjoying this match here. And the few that I've played on it so far. He's actually got 4 of them. Doesn't get shields, but he gets traveler engines, which, to be honest, on this map, you probably would rather have traveler engines because planetary assault carriers are really slow. And the fact that they have those engines just gives them that extra speed boost. Even though they don't move particularly fast with the engines, they move ridiculously slow without them. But again, looks like, oh, stealth tanks are out, unleashed here. Haven't seen too much of him lately, but he has got stealth tanks, which are really powerful against, of course, screen units. And it looks like he has fully upgraded Shard Launchers and attenuated force fields on the Seeker tanks. That's not what Unleashed wants to see, because Seeker tanks are really good counters if they're fully upgraded to these stealth tanks. But he's going to be a problem. He's going to cause a lot of problems. Seeker Tank's coming now. Will knock out the power. That's nice. Seeker Tank comes in. Unleashed might want to move away because the Shard Launchers are just ridiculously damaging. Meanwhile, Battle Mark is raging elsewhere. We're going to have a check on that in a moment. Does take out the Seeker Tank, but he will probably be losing one of these stealth tanks here. And no, not quite. Not quite. It can't stealth though. It's too badly damaged. Marv from STNZ moving across completely unescorted. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure if he's rallied it or maybe he's just, yeah, he's realized now and he's pulling it back a little bit. But pretty big army building in the middle here. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoa, there's quite a lot of planetary assault carriers here. Kras is quite powerful. And you can see that the team up here has harvested much more Tiberium. They have cleaned this field where Unleashed and Troublemaker have yet to clean it. They've actually got more than half the field, or at least half the field there. So Magmines comes down, completely misses. Wouldn't do much damage to the Marv because it does have a repair pad. So it will obviously not take any damage from that anyway. Planetary assault carrier comes in. Kills that hub. Someone put a growth stimulator on there as well. And yeah, this is a problem because there's Devastators and there's Planetary Assault Carriers and there's tripods for the travel player here. Meanwhile, Battle Mark is raging down here. Looks like Kale is coming down to help the Marv. And these guys are going to try to defend. No garrisons in the Redeemer. He must be fresh out of the War Factory. And meanwhile, we got the Rockets going to have to try to fight this Armada. I'm not sure how well he's going to be able to do against that because it's really big. And again, he could even call in the Iron Storm, which I believe he has on a few of these guys here. He's calling in the Iron Storm just to boost their firepower. Meanwhile, Battle Mark is raging over here. Phased Marv, that's interesting. So the Marv will not go down. Kale is just pulling back against the Redeemer of Unleashed. Again, those stealth tanks probably still causing problems. I'm not sure where they are. They may have been cleaned up. But yeah, here we go. Rage Gen goes off over there. But S2NZO and Kras are moving across here. They've got a sick army here. How are they supposed to stop this army here? It's just this massive air force, massive ground force. There's really not a lot they can do. Kale, meanwhile, is fighting over here against 2 Redeemers. But really, he could just keep retreating and falling back. Does have fully upgraded tripods. Marv, of course, is unstealth. And he is going to use the whatever you call it, and one is used over here as well, so there's going to be 2 big battles fighting out. Kale should be able to dispose of the, of course, of the, what do you call it, the Redeemer over there, and we're going to have a pretty big engagement over here as well. So these guys are going to come in. Orbital Strike is coming down now, and there's a lot of destruction here. I'm not sure who's going to be able to win this. Oh, EMP blast! Damn, that whole armada got hit by the EMP. Oh my god, I can't believe they didn't realize that might have happened. Phase goes off. Of course, S2NZO is completely unfazed by this. He's like, hey, I don't have any air units, and hardly any of his ground units got hit by that, and he's going to pull back now. He's got fully upgraded Zone Troopers, which are going to cause a ton of damage, as we can see from previous 1v1 matches. Meanwhile, it's a pretty big engagement going on down here. Did the Redeemers die? Yeah, Kale is going to clean up one. He has lost a few tripods there, so obviously it didn't go all according to plan, but he should be able to recover those. And Unleashed, I believe, yeah, he's going to lose his Redeemer. Meanwhile, there's 2 Redeemers over here. One gets teleported, unless it was a fake. We have, Charged Particle Venoms, and here comes the Iron Storm as well. We have a Tib Vapor Bomb as well. This is insane. The engagement's breaking out over here. This is going to be a really popular game. Really popular. and he's going to try to take out the drone platform, but there's shard launchers here. STNZ trying to help along, and that Iron Storm, the Zone Troopers are just trying to jump jet away as fast as possible, and they might be able to get rid of this, Supersonic Airstrike. Oh, he slices them. He gets about 6 Venoms, which is definitely worth it. Still, would have liked to score a direct hit, though, but they have left all these AA turrets down here. There's battle markers raging all over the place. I'm not sure if that's just the Iron Storm. Yeah, it does make it tricky to find the engagements, but this is all over here. It's all over. STNZ got away with most of his Zone Troopers, I believe. Is he putting them in transports? Wow, that was probably a misclick. I'm not sure what he's done there. No, maybe he's doing something. I'm not sure what he's doing with them, but he's doing something with them. Meanwhile, what's happening back here? We've got stealth tanks. No stealth tanks. It's just the Iron Storm causing havoc to every player in the game. Looks like Troublemaker has some what do you call it? Tiberium Core Missile Mantis, which are really powerful. 1.02 plus Mantis obviously don't have that bug anymore, so they can actually do their job, which is really good news for Blackhand trying to deal with that kind of mass air. They're really potent. You've got to watch out for them. But anyway, these AA turrets going to get cleaned up. They're not bothering to sell those off. They probably could do so. Kale does have a rift generator, mind you, so that's going to be a problem. Oh, he does actually land all the Zone Troopers down here, and he's going to get the snipe. Like, this is crazy. How did he get that in there and not notice him? He needs to watch out. There's a Buzzer Swarm there. Oh, Dab Buzzer Swarm and Dab Buzzer Swarm. Oh, just manages to kill it. Oh, he's got to micro this. He's got to be so careful. Oh, geez, that Buzzer Hive is just tearing up those Zone Troopers. Those Zone Troopers will still die one shot to it. And yeah, he does jump jet it out. There is a mastermind there, but it can't do much. Another drop pod comes down as well, so he's not fussed at all. The Hex pod is here. Beacon there. Is that going to be a Shockwave? Did he call Shockwave on him? He did call Shockwave. Oh, no, he missed. Oh, that's a support power that's going to take a while. And he hits himself with the Shockwave as well. Oh, no, that's not good. That's not good. Yeah, the Zone Troopers are just going to jump jet out. They did a lot of damage, though. They got the tier 1 and 2, so we got the rockets that's down to tier 1 or 1.5 at least. That's expensive. He doesn't have access to really much Tiberium. I mean, there's Tiberium here, of course. There is a spike there. But yeah, causing problems now. Meanwhile, V-35 is getting torn up there. They will obviously try to call them in, but they're getting shot down. Jump jetting those away. They have power packs, so the Zone Troopers will heal themselves while idle. A few more Devastators rolling over here from Krass, but yeah, after having his army of planetary assault carriers completely ruffle-stomped by that EMP blast, that would have come down from Unleashed. He does have access to the EMP control center on his side of the map, and Krass has access to the EMP on his side. He's probably charged up again, looking to go. I'm not sure why he placed that there. He's going to lose his drone platform. Oh man, I hope he's got a gravity stabilizer, because we got the rockets is in trouble. Battle marker raging over here. Not sure what it is. It looks like it was stealth tanks, but the planetary assault carrier will reveal stealth. For those of you that don't know that, they will reveal that. Kale somehow is on this side of the map. I'm not sure how he got over this side. Those Devastator warships are just too fast with their engines, and they're just moving away from this area. And I think we got the rockets. Does not have a build. Yeah, he's going to lose his hexapod as well. Tib Vane goes off. Oh, that's going to hurt, but the tripods don't even care. They will tank that all day. Meanwhile, Redeemer over here kills the Mar from IamFTWNewb, so obviously more engagements breaking up over there. We got the rockets. Has no way to rebuild his drone ship, and he's about to lose. I mean, he's got a war factory now. He doesn't have he's only got tier 1 basically, and he's going to lose the rest of those. Oh, EMP blast goes down on those Devastator warships, so the rest of them will go down. The Hexpot is down. Phase comes down, so Kale wanting to save all of those there. Battle markers breaking out. That lightning spike is still going, and tripod will get dropped over there. So the rest of them are going to just bail out of this situation, which is a good move from Kale. Damage is done. We got the rockets, has a barracks or a portal and a warp sphere, but he just simply has no access to any tier units. He's got tier 1, and that's it. So he's looking pretty down and out. Harvest is rallied up here by Krass, obviously just keeping them safe, because there's really no Tiberium left, so there's no reason to have these guys doing much. Again, he's got a couple just leeching. That actually is quite a significantly smart decision there to keep those in reserve, because otherwise they would really be doing nothing. There is a Harvester here. That looks like an Unleashed Harvest. I'm not sure how it got across the map, but it is there. Meanwhile, we have a Reckoner here. It's got a Commando in there. Oh, Zone Heads. Zone Heads. Oh, man, that's the end of that there. So Unleashed obviously causing some problems, destroying some buildings, but phased, or what do you call it, Sonic buildings here are not going to go down. Meanwhile, Purifying Flame is done by Troublemaker. Haven't seen too much of him lately. Battle marker raging over there as well. It's nothing serious. Kale is coming to help out. He has Blue Shard and he has shields as well, which means he's going to be really good against these infantry units. And looks like the Tib Core Mantis coming in, and again, really powerful. Krass is going to lose his Air Force here, and Troublemaker is coming in, trying to make it happen just by himself. He is getting torn up pretty heavily. All his infantry are down. There's even some Corruptors here, but they're from We Got the Rockets, so that's not going to be a problem. The Mantis now completely shredding the Air Force here. There's really nothing much they can do about it. And the Missile Lock-On and Tib Core. And here come the the zone heads could focus them down before they get another volley off, and he just gets them all. Oh my god, IamFTWNewb coming to the rescue again. He has just been the savior of this team. This whole game, he has not made a wrong move in this game. He's caused ridiculous amounts of damage. He's got to watch out though. There's Venoms here. There's Venoms. Oh no, he's got nowhere to counter the Venoms. Hammerheads need to turn around. They need to turn around. Has he got something planned? I think he's just going to go for it. What's he going to do? He's gonna try to kill. We got the rockets, but oh man, heroic Venoms. I'm not sure about this. I would have turned around. He's got more heroic Venoms because he's just killing. He's doing so much damage. Oh man, IamFTWNewb. I was just saying how well he was playing. He should have turned around the moment he saw those. And Supersonic Airstrike a little bit late. 2 Venoms will survive. They're probably the heroic ones. The heroic Venoms survived a direct hit from a Supersonic Airstrike. But at least he got the rest of them. Meanwhile, Kale is trying to kill this Redeemer. He should be able to get it. And that's his last Seeker there to reveal the stealth. Troublemaker has been pushed back. Battle markers raging up here. There is a Redeemer from Unleashed who's made his way all the way across here, but there's no flame because he's a mock Redeemer, so he really has got no way to effectively kill these buildings quick enough. Rift Generator, oh my god, look at the damage that just did. That just ripped a huge hole in Unleashed and Troublemaker's base. Oh man, he just completely carved him out. I was like, what is that massive battle marker over there? And it's like, oh, hang on a second. Kale had a super weapon. Wow, that's going to hurt, especially in this stage of the game. You got to pay to rebuild all that. And it's just a pain. IamFTWNewb does not have actually that much left, does he? Wow, he's all of a sudden gone from a big army to almost nothing. Kale now appears to be the only one left on his team that really has any kind of force here. He's saved a few tripods, pulling them back for repairs, which is a good idea. But again, he's got the Rift Generator. There is a nuclear missile by Troublemaker. Double click to jump to this weapon. Yes, there it is. So it's hidden away in the mountain facility over here. Nice and defended. Again, you can't capture super weapons with prodigies and masterminds. You have to use an engineer. Meanwhile, this Redeemer is just still causing problems for Crafts. He really doesn't have any way to stop that. Kale is trying to respond. He's got a few Devastators chilling over here. And oh man, look at all these bikes coming in. Oh, they need to watch out. They could destroy all these Devastator warships, but of course the tripod's now trying to respond. Crafts might want to move those. He may want to move them. They're in a little bit of dangerous position there, and he is trying to hit them there with... Oh, actually, a lot of them are decoys. So there you go. He did decoy Army a fair bit, but all these Devastators, they could have had a chance to move there. They did not move. Meanwhile, Rage Gen goes off. I think Unleashed is trying to get the crush on, but so much damage is being caused. There is a beacon there and a shockwave, and everything is going to get shockwaved, including the tripods, and the bikes might actually be able to come in and destroy them. Oh no, one tripod is remaining. There are Zone Troopers here. The Zone Troopers might want to just kill the bikes, but again, at the end of the day, he can recover these husks. And a beacon was placed. I thought We Got the Rockets was defeated them, but no, beacon was placed. Jump jetting these zone troopers, of elite zone troopers there, and just those bikes can't go anywhere near those zone troopers, just death. There are 3 husks here, so they can just simply pick those husks back up, and the damage will be negated. Meanwhile, these bikes are being herded into the back corner here. Great jump jet used here by IamFTWNewb. He's been doing that all game. He just completely smashes more of those. There is a Shard Walker here, but it will go down. And all of a sudden, oh geez, oh yeah, he does manage to grab one. He should be able to grab the second husk. No, not quite. So really, they should have stopped that from happening, letting those bikes get back around. They're only going to get one of these tripods back, and it looks like Kale will be taking it. His to begin with. Beacons raging all over the place. We have these Venoms here. I'm not sure what happened to the heroic Venom. It may have been killed in the Rift Generator, because otherwise I would have thought it would have been here with these Venoms. Unleashed just moving around, of course. It's good to have these guys here. We got the rockets. Does have, of course, Seeker tanks with shard launchers on them. Doesn't have shields though. And all these infantry squads getting completely ripped apart. The zone troopers might not want to go too close to those because they will die. Meanwhile, Kale has more Seeker tanks here, and those Venoms are like, nope, 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 not going over there. Only 15 seconds before this nuclear missile goes off, and I don't know how I'm going to be able to see this nuclear missile, just because, like, I don't know where they're going to shoot it, and this map is so large. Battle markers raging over here, but it is nothing to be afraid of. It's just the Iron Storm. We're going to whip around. Iron Storm causing problems. Yeah, we're just going to whip around here. Stealth tank over here now, but these Seeker tanks should be able to take it out. Oh, a lot of damage on it. It kills the Harvester easy. Again, the Seeker tanks, when you get to this point here, they're just so powerful. They're fast and they're powerful, and they have a lot of tanking potential with the what do you call it, the shields on. We can expect, of course, actually a lot of beam cannons coming out by Unleashed here now, so he's starting to transition. The nuclear missile is done, but of course, what are they going to use it on? Snipes down a bunch of Harvesters, not too devastating because again, there's not much Tib here, but again, all this damage counts. Beacon comes down here. There is a V-35. Did it have an engineer in there? I'm not entirely sure what was inside that V-35. It might have been an idle one. But Beacon is placed by We Got the Rockets. He's got to watch out because I mean, he is vulnerable to getting hit. Yeah, there we go. Krass has him covered with the shard launch. I was going to say, if they... Oh, the nuclear missile just got fired, mind you. Oh, man, where is it going to be? Where is it going to be? I think he thinks it's going to be over here. Yeah, it is. Oh, how's that? He launches it on the con yard. Of course, the construction yard with a laser field took about 50% damage. And now we got the rockets that's going to move in here. Did he kill a lot of the infantry? Most of the infantry are dead. That zone trooper squad is elite. If he gets an armory down, he can recover the whole squad, which may be worth it. But meanwhile, Kale is here. This temporal wormhole, this is just a pain. And they're all getting stuck in it as well. And Kale is destroying all these units. EMP blast comes down. They could use master computer countermeasures. I think it affects allies as well. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, the beam cannons. The beam cannons completely come in and destroy the MCV. And heroic zone trooper, again, definitely get that back, S2NZO, and get an armory on that right now, because that is insane. You've got heroic zone troopers there, but it's only one unit left in the squad. And again, Unleash coming in, and now we'll be able to destroy everything here. Phase goes off here, and this one tripod is going to run forward, and he's going to get the crush off. He's actually moving through all of these beam cannons, and he gets one crush off. A little bit iffy there. And again, that one zone trooper squad, I'm not even sure where he is now. There he is. So they got to watch out here. They might have to pull back. I think they might have to, yeah, it's probably time to pull back here. They should just save what they have. The beam cannons are going to be a real problem. And STNZO not deciding to pull back. Krass 17 has been defeated. He has left the game. Oh no, he must not have had enough economy left or units. And he's given all his stuff to S2NZO, which is actually not too bad. You would have thought, I mean, it would be nice to give it to S2NZO instead of Kale, because Kale still has quite a bit under his belt. And that heroic zone trooper squad should just jump jet away. No, he's going to turn around and fight. And he does jump jet away now. And again, a lot of Tib core bites coming in. Devastator warship is there. And the rest of these units going to fall back. And there's shard launchers here as well. And these photon cannons will do a lot of damage. Oh, he runs straight in, and a temporal wormhole. Oh man, there's so much damage here. Troublemaker's going to lose most, if not all, of his bikes here to this force here. And he just ran into a very heavily defended area. Some of them do make it through that carnage, but the rest of them will be destroyed. Meanwhile, this one Devastator warship is probably going to get shot down. Again, does actually manage to take out the AA turret before it can end this last Venom. Ran a few units over here. Did the heroic zone trooper squad? Yes, it did get away. And does he have the ability to make an armory? That's the question. Does he have a war factory? He does not have a GDI war factory, which means S2NZO is down to screen tech now. He can't rebuild really any GDI units or weaponry in this game. But of course he still has access to a few support powers from GDI. The Rift Generator is almost done again, so we'll have to see what he uses this on. Some blue tip actually regrowing here. Kale might want to get in on that, but another Rift Generator is going to hit in about 20 seconds, so we'll have to see how that goes. Look at this, STNZO is just going into disintegrators. He's like, you know what, I got tripods, I got screen tech. He's putting down shard launchers, so he's got everything covered here. So it's now Kale and S2NZO fighting 3 opponents. We got the rockets that's still in the game, just fighting with whatever he's got, which is pretty much just Seeker tanks here. Beam cannons are now down by Unleash. He might just use the Rift Generator here on this army, which was probably a good idea. And he does put the Redeemer inside of stasis. He might not want to walk into this Rift Generator. Yeah, I was going to say. But more beam cannons. Wow, he killed almost all. I thought he killed most of the beam cannons then, but not all of them. A few disintegrator squads getting chewed up there. Reaper tripod trying to kill these beam cannons, and I think, yeah, he's got too much health. There's not enough beam cannons left, and Unleash's beam cannon force has now been isolated and destroyed. More tripods coming in. They need to get the EMP blast off. They need to get they get the EMP blast off. This is great news for Kale, doing a good job here. He needs to watch out. There's 3 more beam cannons there. He needs to destroy them, but oh no, Tib core bikes and or these Seeker tanks now moving into position. Does he have enough to kill the Redeemer? I think he does have enough to kill the Redeemer. Oh, EMP blast comes down, but the shields absorb 1 shot for that 1 tripod. He should be okay. Mag mines comes down, and Kale is going to get cleaned up here, but there are mag mines on the Redeemer. It shouldn't do too much damage. I think they're friendly mag mines. He does manage to EMP it down again. They need something to destroy it. Meanwhile, battle marker up there. Shock troopers getting killed by Venoms, which is not good at all. More tripods coming in, and really that should be the end of the Redeemer. They should not be able to, yeah, they just go down straight away. They're what do you call it, traveler tripods. They're not particularly strong, because they don't have any upgrades, but nonetheless, they will be able to withstand this. More beam cannons coming in. Disintegrator squads haven't made it to the front line, but they're pulling back. I'm not sure why he did that. He really needs to get in there. EMP blast comes down, and now the tripods are just going to walk in and take this. There are Seeker tanks here, but to be honest, against tripods, even with no upgrades, is not going to end well. And Kale is moving in now. Oh man, this is really bad news for these guys here. And this fight is still going with huge intensity for these guys here, and there's a lot of Tiberium there that these guys need, and they should identify the fact that they're walking over it, that they need to get that. Meanwhile, what's happening up here? These Venoms are trying to destroy the EMP coil from S2NZO, which he now has control over that because Krass is gone. And oh man, this game is going to continue to go on. We got the rockets sticking in this game as well. 2 minutes 15 seconds before a nuclear missile comes down again. So I can't believe this is counting down again. Like, this is insane. These guys here, and the intensity of this match has not ended. These guys now have a lot of screen units recovering tripods, and they are just going to hold off because there is a Redeemer there, and Unleash is going to help We Got the Rockets defend this area because he's got nothing but Seeker tanks. Can't get the shield upgrade, which is a real killer. Rage Gen goes off just as he gives the move order, which is not good. These Harvesters will die, but the tripods might just want to turn around and get out of there. And We Got the Rockets is actually going to get a kill there as well. And this one tripod, he should have got away. All the Harvesters get killed here, so IamFTWNewb or Troublemaker is not going to get that blue tib. But of course, there's now 4 husks down here, and oh man, We Got the Rockets has a portal. He gets 2 kills on the husk, which is about as good as he could have asked for. He does call in the he gets another one. Oh man, he gets all 4 are cleaned up. That is massive. That's going to be really disappointing for We Got the Rockets, because now he's got more tripods here. These Seeker tanks simply will not be able to beat them. And meanwhile, a minute 10 before that nuclear missile comes down again. But to be honest, I don't think he's going to be able to get. He's actually going to try to kill that harvest. He does get it. Nice work. Not really any blue tib there anyway. These Venoms are still working on. No, these Venoms will get destroyed. There is some Seeker tanks here, so STNZ responding. Doesn't quite finish the last one. Yeah, you need to turn around and get that. One spike is down. The EMP spike is down, which is really important. He tries to go to the side of the map, but that is not going to work. And this last one is going to be destroyed now, so that last Venom going down. Meanwhile, Focus firing the ground here to try to avoid the Rage Generator. Of course, that will prevent them from obviously attacking anything else if they already have an attack order. Meanwhile, Black Hand units getting ranked up. There's a lot of tripods here. We Got the Rockets, I think, overstepped his mark a little bit here. He's firing at the rear armor on the tripod. Not the tripod, the Redeemer, sorry. And yeah, We Got the Rockets just getting shredded. He's dropped just 1 tripod there with the help of the Redeemer. There's a second Redeemer here now by Troublemaker. Jet coming in, and it's going to be mag mines. It does manage to hit about 2 or so of those tripods. The rest are going to move away up into the area up here, and they will actually be able to destroy these units here. Phase field comes down on 3 of those tripods. The rest of the tripods trying to clean up that Black Hand squad, which is just tanking that so much. The nuclear missile is just about to be ready. There we go. It's coming out now. So we'll have to see where he fires that. Keeping a close eye on that countdown there, just to see when he does decide to fire it. The rest of these units need to get out of there, and these, oh geez, these assimilators are pretty much dead. And these guys now are moving back. Of course, when your super weapon's done, you kind of want to fire it because it's, you know, it just delays the amount of time it's going to cool down again. And the Rift Generator is at just 2.5 minutes. So I think, you know, before another major engagement comes out, they're going to have the Rift Generator ready again. And they might want to drop the nuke on this base here. This could be a nice area because there's a lot of tech and a lot of power there. Not quite dropping it down. Another Iron Storm is coming in now, and it's really loud. I'm not sure if the sound is actually recorded. I've had some problems with the sound, but you'll have my voice, of course, which is just as good. No, just kidding. Or you'll have the music and things like that as well. So we'll have to see how it goes. Force firing the ground here. Still not firing that nuclear missile, so they're obviously waiting for an engagement. But again, the nuclear missile does have a few seconds, or probably up to about 5 to 10 seconds delay on when you fire it to when it hits the area you request it to hit. And STNZ has a lot of tripods here, and again, the Rift Generator is just so much better in these situations because it is just a click and destroy. It literally takes effect straight away. It does do damage over time. Temporal Wormhole comes down here now, and these units will be getting taken out, and I would expect the nuclear missile to come down. Yeah, if I remove the HUD, I lose the ability to check that. And one Redeemer is EMP'd. Unleashes Redeemer is EMP'd. He might want to call in the nuclear missile. Maybe he's getting shut up a bit. STNZ has lost a lot of tripods here. A lot of tripods. I'm not sure what's happening over there. Force firing the ground, beaconing over there as well. Oh, look at this. Kale is actually moving into this base. He's moving into this base. The Venoms, the Seeker tanks need to get back and kill the Venoms. Meanwhile, S2Enzio is not going to be able to get Unleash his Redeemer. There is a second Redeemer here now, and the Rift Generator is almost counting down. And oh, geez, all those Venoms just getting destroyed there. We just missed it. I'm not sure if that was from Supersonic Airstrike or if it was from those Seeker tanks. They all seem to blow up at the same time. Meanwhile, S2Enzo is getting pushed back. He is recovering some of the husks here, but he's got a few units pushing down and only 50 seconds left for the Rift Generator, and I'm very much surprised as to why they have not used the nuclear missile just yet. Again, that's it could have counted down another 2.5 minutes by now towards firing it again, and I would definitely choose firing it as many times as possible over waiting for a specific engagement. Beam Cannon moving to this field, going to find a Seeker tank there from Kale to just defend him off. He's actually not going to be able to shoot him for some reason there, so obviously the angle is inappropriate there for what he can see, and that Beam Cannon might ultimately win. Meanwhile, what's happening back here? Looks like Kale continuing to deny the use of this Tiberium field. Rage Gen does go off, but he is going to be able to get away there. I don't think he's going to lose any of his tripods Yeah, the rage gen should wear off again. Both these super weapons are going to be counted down. Kale has a decent sized force here. He's going to have 6 tripods with this army. Not all really charged up. More Seeker tanks brewing in, so he's kept a good balance of Seeker tanks, Shard Walkers, and tripods, which is really what he needs to do. Both the super weapons have now counted down. Looks like a decoy army was using there. EMP blast comes down. He might be... Oh, he uses the rift generator. Oh, he uses the rift generator on this base. He completely destroys everything. The Redeemer is in a lot of trouble, but he moves his Shard Walkers in. He's trying to get in range to EMP blast. He gets the EMP blast down. The nuclear missile has been launched, and oh my god, it gets launched right on this army as well. 3 tripods immediately getting destroyed, but the other 2 tripods should be able to destroy this. They will, and they will get out of there. They might want to clean up those husks because there's assimilators already running into this like radioactive field here. Buzzer Swarm comes down, going to be able to kill 1. Gets a second husk. There's 2 more Reaper husks there. He might want to clean up. Calls in the Spike to do the job for him. He might get at least 1, I think. Yes, he does, but he's not going to get any more. Beacon down here. Oh, a mothership. A mothership was called in, and they forced the sell off. It looks like the nuclear weapon is gone. The nuclear missile is gone. They didn't chain link the base though. It looks like they must have sold off because there's some buildings here sold off, so they didn't get the chain link in that they wanted to. But of course, he is going to be flying this over here. This Tib core bike should be able to respond. I probably would have gone up here. There's Venoms here as well, so this mothership did hollow out this base and get rid of the super weapon, but didn't get the chain link they wanted. And now it will be going down to these units here, calling in some more Tib. And these guys will just retreat back to their base here. So having a good look at this base here, their main base of operations is now located here. Of course, the rift generator is already down to 5.5 minutes now. So again, it's just counting down. Another doomsday weapon there to just completely cut a huge piece of their army away. And S2Enzio is just, it looks like Kale is actually reharvesting here. Got the growth stimulators, which is nice. This field, no point expanding there. It's already regrown, or it's not even grown. S2Enzio just continuing to harvest this area here. What was that? What was that? And he calls in the Tiberium Fused Asteroid. Interesting that he calls it on a field there's no refineries there. Why didn't you call it in on this field? That doesn't make too much sense. But obviously they're calling it in to get the free Tiberium because it drops more Tiberium than the cost. But yeah, oh, Tib Vane obviously went off on this army, but it's not enough to disable the army. Phase did go off. This one tripod which isn't EMP'd or isn't phased will want to get in there and get the EMP lockdown. Calling in the repair drones as well. Kale is stuck in this death pit. There's a few Reaper tripods here being used against him, but he will not be able to EMP the Redeemer here. He might just want to fight this army. No, he's going to pull back. He's going to fall back here now, realizing he's not going to be able to fight there. I think he's attacking the ground, that Redeemer. I'm not entirely sure. Does manage to snipe that one Seeker tank down, but he's not going to get any more. Wow, this is an insane game. It's still going. I can't wait to see the resources. Oh, and the stats at the end of the game. It's going to be pretty intense. It's going to be a super sick video. Oh, geez, Wormhole comes off. It looks like S2Enzio. Any area mind control, so he's got a Prodigy. I can't even see. Did the Prodigy get away? I think Prodigy must have jumped back through the Wormhole. Gets rid of the Redeemer Engineering Facility. Battle markers down there. Looks like these shock troopers scaring away these few bikes here now. Actually trying to snipe down the growth stimulators, so that's annoying. Battle marker raging over here. It's just another bike. Gets cleaned up by the storm column. A lightning column, sorry. An elite bike. That's not good. You're going to want to stop that one. They might have to put a base defense down there. But Kale and S2Enzio still hanging on here. And look at this. He's going back to the air. Now, this is great because he's got a ton of planetary assault carriers, but that EMP, oh man, if that happens again, you think they would learn? They need to take out the EMP before they can do anything. Unleash is moving in another Redeemer over here. It does have a goo weapon on it, so it's not a flame weapon, so it's not going to be particularly effective. But Kale is going to move to respond to this Redeemer. He's been doing a great job of locking down the enemy epic units as well with his tripods. It's just sick use there. Of course, with the status combo, his super weapon is down to just 3 minutes 15 seconds. Again, rage gen is going to go off, but most of these units already have an attack order. He's even got shock troopers in there, so he's actually upgraded shock troopers. These Venoms, I'm not sure if they want to be there. When these units start shooting at them, they're just going to get completely destroyed. Yeah, that's not good. And Kale probably could have just attack moved and destroyed a lot more of those Venoms. That was really lucky for him to not lose those. That one Tib core bike is probably going to kill this Harvester, and if that goes heroic, he's in a bit of trouble. It doesn't go heroic. A Disintegrator Squad is responding. Meanwhile, Unleash is going to get out of there. We got the Rockets, has 3 Reaper tripods to his name. He can't obviously benefit from the upgrades though because they're captured. Doesn't work like that. He has some Seeker tanks here as well, but Kale's army is just simply better. It's simply better. The Redeemer here obviously going to make a few different differences in the fight here. Infantry on Tiberium, nothing serious. I'm not sure how I feel about him building a lot of shock troopers here. I mean, he is Reaper 17. They're pretty slow, but I mean, they're going to be pretty good against what we've got the Rockets has, just because he has no anti-infantry. And here we go. Now that he's focusing down these Venoms, he really should, yeah, just be doing a better job of focusing the Venom down. They're doing way too much damage, but he is killing this army here, and it looks like this is going to be a nice win. EMP Blast comes down, so that's unleashed EMP Blast, so IamFTWNewb might want to make a move. And oh man, it's easily going to lose this engagement. There's still shock troopers here, but the Redeemer might get its goo weapon in range. And again, he's just going to pull back a little bit here, and he needs to as well. He's got no tripods left, and he's going to start destroying these husks as well. Beacon placed by IamFTWNewb. Troublemaker, nothing much. Oh, we have a portal over here. Wormhole trying to capture something. Could have been a Conyard. Not 100% sure, but meanwhile, we got the Rockets is pulling back, or he has actually pushed back this force here. There is a Redeemer there, but I believe it is a decoy. Yeah, it's going to be a decoy. It's just Unleashed using the decoy on these units. Minute 40 before the, the Rift Generator counts down again. And he's probably going to use it on this arm if he can. Another Iron Storm coming in now, going to cause a lot of problems. And this Planetary Assault Carrier Force, oh my god, this is just going to completely destroy them if he jumps them with this. They don't know about it. And of course, Unleashed EMP Spike takes 3 minutes to cool down, and we only saw it used about a minute ago. So he's got 2 minutes to make a move here. IamFTWNewb should realize this, unless he didn't actually see the fact that that was used. A minute 15 left before the Rift Generator, which is guarded by that Storm Column, or that Lightning Column, mind you. Should be okay. Shock Troopers here, again, not too sure about that. That is a choice, but he's got these units moving into his base. Can he hold the line? He's got a defensive structure queued. I'm not sure what it was, but it wasn't actually even placed here. It might have even been cancelled. Beacon over here. IamFTWNewb is making a move, and he's coming into this base now. Oh my god. They've got nothing to stop this. They have nothing. There's no EMP ability until it cools down. Meanwhile, the Redeemer's over here causing problems. But Kale just needs to hold on for 40 seconds, and he can fire the Rift Generator. He'll be fine. Meanwhile, what's happening over there? No, it's just the Iron Storm. These Planetary Assault Carriers completely destroying this base. Oh man, this is a huge endgame. This is a huge endgame here. Disintegrator Squad's pouring across the map as well. They are pouring across the map. The Tib Chem plant is going to go down. And oh man, this whole base will fall. That's only a matter of time. Meanwhile, he's pushing forward to the Rift Generator. It's under attack. Can he kill the Rift Generator? He's got Flame on it as well. Oh man, if this goes down to 20 seconds, he's not going to be able to hold this. He needs the stasis right now unless he has it. I don't think he's got stasis. No, the Rift Generator will fall. Another nuclear missile is down. It has 5 minutes left on the countdown. Meanwhile, the Venoms are trying to fight this, but they will lose. They just can't beat that many units there. Disintegrator Squad's pouring through this base. Troublemaker is losing all his buildings. If he loses the last of his buildings, he'll lose his Redeemer. He might have to tap out of this game just to let Unleashed take the rest of it. Meanwhile, both the Redeemers causing problems. Elite Redeemer here for Unleashed UA, and they are pushing this base apart. They are pulling it apart. And what's happening over here? I think we got the Rockets might actually be out of this game. He may be out of, I really don't want to pause it. I can't see any more of his units remaining on the ground. And oh, this force here is prime for an EMP. We're actually going to switch. I just have to know who's got the EMP blast. Oh, it's almost done. Look at that. It is almost counted down for Unleashed UA. He's going to use it on this force here as soon as that is done. Oh man, he's about 10 seconds away from using that IamFTWNewb. Oh man, I can just see it happening right now. He's going to lose to this EMP blast. It's going to come down right on this force here, and it's going to be the end of him. It will be the end of him if that comes down here. Oh man, he's making a move. Maybe he heard it being fired off. There's only about a 2 second delay, 2 to 3 second delay of it being fired from it hitting the force. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, IamFTWNewb, that could have been game. He just lost every single Planetary Assault Carrier. Every single Planetary Assault Carrier to that EMP blast. And that could just be it. There's some Devastator warships moving around the side of the map, and they're going to get completely destroyed by these units here. Obviously, realizing that, and they wanted to go kill the Emp Spike, but too late. It was too late. He's not going to get it. Does put a Storm Column down there, or Lightning Column, but it's not going to matter. Meanwhile, what do they have left? These bases have been hollowed out. They have been hollowed out. That nuclear missile must be a fake, mind you, because it is actually over there. Unleashed has an Elite Redeemer. There is another Redeemer here as well. What can Kale do to stop this? What can IamFTWNewb do to stop this? They really have just nothing left in this game. They probably completely hit the 6 after losing all those Planetary Assault Carriers, just thinking, oh my god, how did this happen? And Unleashed UA has a heroic Redeemer now. It is a mock Redeemer, so it's perfectly stoppable with some EMP, but having a heroic one is just so much more problematic here now. Venom's coming around to keep him company as well, and trying to build shock troopers here. He is Traveler, but he needs the shock upgrade, otherwise they're not really going to do much. And looks like he hasn't realized that he doesn't have the plasma disc launchers here, and he's not going to be able to make full use of these units. Meanwhile, Wormhole comes in And that is going to be a wormhole from S2NZO. I'm not sure where he pulled this army from, but it is moving across here. He's trying to chase down the Redeemer. He's not going to get it. There's not enough AA here. He needs some shard launchers. They have 2 drone platforms, no shard launchers here. And the Redeemer goes veteran, but the rest of these tripods now, that was really the last hit. And he does teleport in. The Prodigy dies straight away. He gets an EMP blast on them. 2 planetary assault carriers come up, but they're not going to do a lot of damage. He needs to kill this Redeemer first, and then focus on the other one. And they are going to throw everything they have at this. Actually destroy most of the ships with that asteroid here. Troublemaker's going to bail out of this attack. Meanwhile, what's happening? Their infantry on the Tiberium field. And yeah, these planetary assault carriers can't go too far away because, of course, they will die to the Venoms if they actually move out of the range there. They're going to keep firing at that. Meanwhile, Unleash's Redeemer is in here. Again, it doesn't have a flame. It has a goo unit on it, so it's not terribly effective. Does he have the upgrade? He's not. He sold off the stasis chamber, I think. He's going to try to focus this down. He needs something to disable it, really, because he is just causing a lot of problems. And here come the Venoms. There's heroic Venoms in there. We can see the heroic beams coming out of these guys. And all these planetary assault carriers, if there was some AA here, no worries. Phases the drone platform. That's nice. Shard launchers ripping those guys out of the sky there because they're really powerful, but too many planetary assault carriers went down. Unleash actually lost a ton of health on his Redeemer, so if those planetary assault carriers did survive, they might have been okay, but this base is under siege now. These guys causing so much problems. And, oh no, Mothership. Oh, did he Mothership his own base to try to get the Redeemer? He is. He Mothershipped his own base to get the Redeemer, and Kale is dead. Kale is dead. S2NZO is still alive because he has a drone ship. And he surrenders then, I think, maybe just out of frustration there. Because he's like, hey, if I mothership my own base, I can kill the Redeemer. But, oh, man. That was insane. That game, and it's over. Oh, man. Oh, that was just the best game I've seen in since ever. And on one of the brand new maps. I can't believe that S2NZO and Kale did lose in the end there. They did so well in that game, but Unleashed, UA and Troublemaker just not dying. And I could talk about this game all day, but it's a 45-minute game, 3v3. Of course, you expect games like this to go a bit longer, but a 45-minute game is still extremely long for a 3v3. And how do we even break these stats down? I'm not sure if you guys are just going to quit the video right now or whatever. We're not even going to look at units. It's too crazy. Structures is up and down. Resources, S2NZO screaming ahead. And of course, his ally there, where is Kale sitting? Sitting down here along the same lines as Unleashed UA. And of course, their lower guy, Crass 17, did actually tap out much earlier. But We Got the Rockets was killed. And it looks like, yeah, IamFTWNewb, so winning there. So both sides lost a player. Crass about halfway through. And we lost We Got the Rockets. He had to tap out, otherwise he was going to lose all the stuff. That's why Troublemaker had some screen units there, because We Got the Rockets tapped out because he couldn't survive that end game, which was good of him. But yeah, nonetheless, we're going to have a look at it. 215,000 to Crass. He got about the same amount as We Got the Rockets. Troublemaker got about 230,000. 230,000. S2NZ got 460,000 just by himself, and Kale got 312,000. So those guys almost got 800,000 just by themselves. And Unleashed UA got 333,000, so the most on his team by far. So we're going to have a look at the teams here. So Team 3, I believe, was going to be Unleashed team, got 783,000. And look at that. Team 4 got 988,000. They almost got $1 million in Tiberium. That was ridiculous. $1 million in Tiberium for team number 1. And S2NZ almost got $500,000 just by himself. So that was pretty crazy. So they just got so much money in that game. But yeah, almost $1 million worth of Tiberium. That's your game there. You guys can watch it back if you want. So much to talk about. But stay tuned to my channel. We're going to get in some more videos. I got to cast more after this game. I'm Green Zero. Stay tuned to my channel, and I'll see you all next time.